Americans bracing for high gas prices again. The national average hitting $3.78 this morning, up 15 cents from last week and 25 cents from last month. Gas Buddy now warning gas could hit over $4 for the first time this year. Meanwhile, a new Gallup survey shows 67% of Americans say gas prices are causing financial hardships. 62% say they are driving less. 55% say the high prices forced them to change their summer plans. Joining me now is Michigan Congressman Bill Huizenga. He is also a member of the House Financial Services Committee. Congressman, good morning.
Cheryl, good to be with you. And hi to Doug, my former colleague and friend. Good to see you, too.
See you, too, Bill.
Who does Doug not know that we've had on the show this morning? You are friends with everybody.
Well, you know, you try to make friends everywhere. And Bill is a great one. He's a good one.
All right. I'm going to stick with Congressman, sir. Let's talk. So what can be done? Obviously, we've had this discussion already this morning. We haven't refilled the SPR. Now oil prices are going up. Yeah. We're above $80 a barrel right now. Now we're talking about gas prices going up. My other colleague that's on set, Francis Newton Stacy, pointing out that energy prices are going up. That is inflation. What can be done right now?
Well, the House Republicans actually did something. It's called H.R. 1. That means it's our #1 priority. We passed a package that would make it easier, not harder, to get to American energy and unleash our potential. And this is more than just simply gas and oil. It is about the rare earths that we have here in the United States, because as we're trying to shift from gas engines to EVs or even hybrids, we're going to need to make sure that there's battery capability. And those rare earths, frankly, aren't able to be accessed here, not because we don't have them in many cases, but because you've got a government saying we're not going to allow it. So H.R. 1 would be a very positive step. Frankly, why we keep going to our enemies and certainly our economic opponents, I don't understand why this would be a good idea out of this administration. Stop going to Venezuela. Stop going to Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. Let's unleash American energy.
Well, you know, Ron DeSantis, who is running, of course, for the GOP nomination for president, did debut his economic plan, and he talked about energy independence. And the Wall Street Journal editorial board actually giving him props, saying that is a talking point. That is a economic plan, a initiative that all Republican candidates should be running on. How to make sure that we are, again, energy independent, because we were, and now we're not. We're dependent on OPEC Plus, which, to be clear here, includes Russia. I want to move on to something else with you. The House Financial Services Committee has been advancing several bills to combat the influence of, we call it ESG, environmental, social, and governance investing in financial markets. This has been a hot topic on our network. You are the head of the House Republican ESG Task Force. Talk to me about these bills, because on the capital side of this, capital market side, I will tell you that there is now talk about shareholder lawsuits against companies that followed ESG investing, pension funds, take your pick, that lost money for Americans because they were following these, let's be clear here, unprofitable ways to invest.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, Cheryl, there's two words that need to be the watchwords: materiality and fiduciary. And I think that has been lost in all this. And I know that there's some people trying to walk away from the ESG moniker. It's really what it should be called is a social and political agenda. And that's really what it has been. It has not been about return. It has not been about materiality. And it's been amazing over the last couple of weeks. We dubbed July ESG month. In the House Financial Services Committee. Literally every single subcommittee had a hearing on it. We had full committee hearings. We did markups. I and my colleagues were called anti-investor, anti-capitalist, anti-environment, and then this was where it went into real bizarro land. A Trotskyite, a Maoist, and even the Taliban. All right, so you know you're close to the target if they're pulling out the Taliban card, and now suddenly I'm a communist. And it's amazing to see this happen. But I tried to pull this back to my friends on the other side to say, look, why are we giving up our constitutional mandated obligations here to bureaucrats at the SEC and at other regulators, and having them make the calls that we as legislators ought to be making? And the simple fact is because their agenda won't pass, and therefore they are using these regulators to short circuit the whole process.
Doug's over here. He was kind of laughing when we listed all the names you were being called. Not so nice, Doug. But really, that's horrible.
Oh, it is.
How he was attacked.
Oh, it is. And look, Congressman, we've been through worse than that. I mean, because if you say something the Democrats don't like in Congress, they call you names, and we've seen that before. But one of the interesting points here, as you look at this, is they're not actually putting this stuff together into what it actually means for the consumer, and I think that's the people that they leave out. It's also one thing that you pointed out is that Congress nowadays has gotten too dependent on letting regulators and the administration officials, both Republican and Democrat, carry out what Congress refuses to do itself.
Yeah, there used to be something here in Washington, D.C. Well, I'm actually back in Michigan, so it's nice to be out of La La Land. Yeah. But there used to be something in Washington, D.C. called a Dinglegram, named after Michigan's own John Dingell. And bureaucrats, didn't matter which party they were in, were afraid to get a Dinglegram. And because people like John Dingell would hold administrations accountable and put them in their constitutional lane. We've gotten, and this has happened on both sides of the aisles, we've gotten well beyond that. And why? Because we have to make hard calls. And so, yeah, we're just going to let the bureaucrats take care of this. We're going to let the quote unquote experts take care of this. Well, guess what? We are the ones that are constitutionally obligated to be accountable to our constituents and the taxpayers and the investors here in the United States, and it's time we step up and take that responsibility. We're trying to do that.
And thank you, because these people that are sitting in these pension funds that are losing money because of this misguided way of investing, I'm sorry, that's just my opinion, that's where the lawsuits are going to come from. Frances Newton Stacy is on set with me. What's your take on this, Frances?
Well, it's interesting, but what I would like to ask the congressman is, do you think that there is going to be any merit or follow through with shareholder lawsuits against some of these, pension funds or firms that have been pushing this narrative?
Well, I have been saying this actually for a while, both privately and publicly. As I have people come into my office, they're setting themselves up, right? They're trying to buy short-term peace by doing some of this, and they're creating long-term problems for their shareholders. And this is really, at the end of the day, this is what it should be about, right? It should be about shareholder return. And that we're going to see whether there's legs on these lawsuits and whether they're really going to go through the lawsuits. I can tell you this: the SEC has not had a good track record as of late when it comes to the court system. Why? Because the courts even recognize that they are well beyond their bounds. And at the end of the day, we've got to hold these asset managers accountable. We've got to hold the proxy advisors accountable. We had a very long discussion. Brian Stile, who I know has been on the show, congressman from Wisconsin, has led a big package on these proxy advisors and making sure that proxy advisors, for example, if they're going to play it neutral, then actually play it neutral. They've been having their thumb on the scale for a long time on these things. And so there's a lot of fodder there, but I think as of late, the courts certainly have been sympathetic to putting people back, or I should say organizations and regulators back into their legal box where they belong.
Congressman Bill Huizenga, thank you so much for spotlighting this. Really, and for these bills, and please come back on the show and give us an update. Congressman Bill Huizenga.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.